proud to at least initially introduce here Penei. Penei is a guy who I got to call 3 of his games this year, and just a guy who absolutely jumps off the screen anytime you turn on his film. A great kid. Love the way he plays the game. He plays with a lot of energy and effort. Not to mention that he's one of the most talented players I've seen in a really long time. I think he'll be a all-pro guy for a really long time. To say he is more talented than me is the understatement of the century. He's extremely, like, he's weighs 330. You'll see him in a second, and he runs like a deer. But just the thing that I really love about him is his character, and just talking to his coaches and his teammates, the kind of leader he is. The offensive line is really tricky because you can be a great wide receiver, and you really don't, honestly, other than a quarterback, you don't need a lot of guys around you to make that possible. You can be a great quarterback. You can be a great running back. But as an offensive lineman, I've seen a lot of offensive lines that have a lot of really talented individuals on it that really don't gel well and become a great offensive line. And then vice versa, I've seen some offensive lines that have average talent, but they play way above their station. And in my mind, a true offensive lineman who's a great player is a guy who makes other people around him better. And anytime you turn on the tape with Penei, you can just see how the guys on his line really fed off of his energy and his emotion and his effort. And when you have a combination of a guy who's the most talented guy in the room and he gives the most effort and energy, that's when you really have a special Hall of Fame type player. So excited for you guys to meet Penei and check out this video. On behalf of the Football Writers Association of America, it is my honor to introduce the 74th winner of the Outland Trophy. Penei Sewell, Oregon.
Penei Sewell is the best offensive lineman in college football. The sophomore offensive tackle is the first Outland Trophy winner from the University of Oregon. At 6'6" and 325 pounds, Sewell showed his dominance at left tackle, where he helped lead the Ducks to be among the top 20 offenses in the nation. In 466 pass blocking snaps this season, Sewell allowed just 7 quarterback pressures and no sacks on quarterback Justin Herbert. He had 8 games without allowing a pressure, hit, or hurry on the Ducks quarterback. Sewell capped off his season with a dramatic 28-27 victory over 11th-ranked Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day. Sewell helped Oregon finish the season with a 12-2 record. Congratulations to Oregon's Penei Sewell, the 2019 winner of the Outland Trophy.
And we are thrilled to have Penei's head football coach here with us tonight, Mario Cristobal. Coach, come on up here.
All right, good evening, everybody. Certainly want to thank everybody involved with the Outland Trophy and the committee. It's such a welcoming feeling here. It's a complete honor and a privilege. Thank you for welcoming the Sewell family and Penei, Patrick, who works so hard with us in sports information, our offensive line coach, Alex Mirabal, who does a great job, and then just everyone involved. It's I've been here before, but I want to come back every year. It's a great and humbling feeling. I want to thank and congratulate Coach Fischer, DeBerry. Congratulations. And being around yourself, being around Coach Osborne, we can only aspire to be the type of coach and mentor and impactful human being that you guys have been to us. You guys are the coaching giants, and we honor you and respect you and thank you for all you do and what you represent. And to all Nebraska football players being awarded tonight, congratulations to you. May you have a blessed and healthy and successful and productive spring as you continue to push forward in your careers as well. So I get the honor of introducing this guy, right? The big guy. So where do you start? I'm not sure where to start. It starts with arriving at the University of Oregon, being on the phone with an old neighbor of the Sewell family, our defensive line coach, Joe Salavea. He's, nowadays you recruit on these cell phones, right? All film goes right to your phone. He says, "Hey, what do you think of this guy?" And I go, after I saw a couple clips, I say, what NFL team does he play for? He says, "No, he's in high school. He's in high school. We like to like for you to meet him and come on out. And I said, well, obviously the guy's got a lot of talent. Let's see what he's all about. So it quickly, escalated a little bit recruiting, but we had a chance to be around him at the all-poly camp. And this, to me, kind of summarized the whole thing. A lot of coaches out here today, and they can tell you nowadays when you go to these camps, it's about 100 coaches, and they're all fighting to coach one guy, right? There's 250, 400 players out there in the camp. Everybody wants to coach the one guy, and I'm sitting there over waiting as he goes through about 14 stations. Everybody's trying to coach Penei and rub his back and rub his neck and tell him how great he is. And you could tell he's not interested in that. And I'm like, man, I can't wait till this guy comes over to this station. I can't wait. And bring him over, and, I start trying to get into technique and whatnot with our graduate assistant and how to shuffle drag and how to gallop deuce and knock that hip out and get that double team moving. And I'm thinking I'm showing him something. So he gets up there, gets in his stance, which he always had done. His father taught him how to do it. Takes a gallop step and whack, and there goes the 3 technique about 4 yards over. I said, okay. That one came in the box that said no assembly required, So it was quite a moment, and after about 45 different sessions of cardiac arrest in his recruitment process, which he did, the gray hairs on my head are completely attributed to his recruiting process, where we actually dressed up our GA, which is illegal now. You can't. It's called the Oregon rule. You can't do it anymore, okay? Dressed up our graduate assistant coach as the Oregon Duck to try to push this thing over the top. I don't know if that was the actual tipping point or not, but we were blessed and honored with his presence and his family's blessing. I thank you guys forever, forever grateful for granting us the confidence in your son. And what's better than 1 Sewell? 2 Sewells, because his younger brother Noah Sewell, who was the best linebacker in high school football this year, will be joining us here in a couple of weeks. And I'm pretty sure we'll be at the Butkus Award show at one point in the near future as well. But I guess the best way to describe it is Penei is a direct reflection of his family, the DNA, the upbringing. I've never been around a family as special as them. It's, I'm a father. I'm a late bloomer. I kind of got started late, so I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. And I've learned so much from being around the Sewell family and the way that they raise their sons and how they confront, demand the very best, but are loving and caring. And I've created such a culture that I was exposed to that I'm grateful to, because I feel blessed not only to have them as a great player on our team, but what they have brought to us from a human standpoint, from a father standpoint, from a mother standpoint, an upbringing standpoint. And, like I tell them, I'm never going to get up here and cry, but if I was a guy that would cry, I would cry right now, thinking of all the great things that I've been able to be exposed to because of them. But Penei and the way that he plays the game is completely responsible, along with the rest of the offensive line, for elevating the standard of physicality and toughness that we play with at the line of scrimmage at Oregon. And he took a leap of faith and came to us when we were 7-6. We got our brains beat in over at the Las Vegas Bowl. And, he trusted us, and he came and he changed things by doing things the right way. So it's a complete honor, but again, a direct reflection of his family. And so it is my honor and privilege to introduce the 74th winner, the first Oregon Duck, and the very first Polynesian football player of the Outland Trophy. Let's give it up for Penei Sewell.
Ooh. It's a lot of you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God. Man, without his blessings and without his guidance and without him giving me the best parents in the world, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't. And it's an absolute honor to be standing in front of all you guys tonight as the Outland Trophy winner. I still remember the faces on my family and I when my name was called at the award show in Atlanta. Man, just looking at their faces, it bring all the joy and all that hard work. All that hard work just meant much more. And to this day, it's still surreal to me that I'm standing in front of y'all as the Outland Trophy winner, and it's a dream come true. Thank you all for making this happen, and I'm forever grateful for those who believed in me from day one. I didn't really know much about the award until I attended the University of Oregon. Didn't know much about it, just knew that it went to the best lineman in the country. And Coach Cristobal and I have been having conversations about winning it and trying to bring one to Oregon. And I will never forget, it was right after fall camp, before the season started. He looked me in the eyes and said, "Don't wait. Go get it this year." Well, Coach, I'm here. And I went and got it. The trust you have in me and the confidence you gave to me is the reason why I'm standing here. And I'm forever grateful for you. Forever thankful for the way you've treated me and my family. You're a man of your word. And thank you. Coach Mirabal, man, thank you for all that film sessions, all the O-line meetings. Everything you say stick, because everything you say you repeat. So it's hard. it's hard to forget, but I thank you for that, because it makes me a better man, and pay attention to details more. To all my teammates back in Eugene, man, thank you for pushing me to be a better man, both on and off the field. Creating that relationships with y'all and having that friendships with each and every one of you just makes me want to go harder. And I don't want to let anyone down on that team, because that hurts. That truly hurts. Mom, Dad, if you told me when we were in American Samoa, in our house, that we would be here today, I couldn't believe you. I wouldn't. You guys made steps and had choices and made sacrifices for us, for each and every one of us, me, Noah, Nephi, James, and our sister Ella. I thank you guys for making the trip here, because I remember when I didn't want to come to the States. All I knew and all I wanted was in American Samoa, but I thank you guys. Mom, your smile makes me go every day, makes me go harder. And I do this all for you, Mom. The sacrifice and you just being the backbone of our family makes me want to, hopefully, and if it's possible, find a woman just like her. Dad, all this, I know you gave up for us. You had a dream of your own. You gave it up for me, Noah, He fighting Gabe. And all I want to do is just give it back. I want you to experience everything that we have and everything that we're going to go through, because you should have been doing it all the same way I'm going through it. I want you both to know I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I'm still going to work until you guys will never have to worry about a thing no more. I promise you that. And to the Outland Committee, thank you. Thank you for making my dream possible, and thank you for having me and my family here today in such a great event, and to be awarded to one of the most prestigious awards known to mankind. And I'd like to say thank you all for coming. Thank you all for the love and support y'all give my family and I, and go Ducks.